And we are back with another Project Oddball update. We're not done. This thing's never done, right? Kevin, Colk's Pinball, in case you didn't know. So this is my Project Oddball. Obviously, it doesn't have a head. I made that little head for it. I did 2 displays, obstacles, kind of been through this whole thing. All the boards are in the bottom of the cab. Good playing game. Nothing wrong with it at all besides, like, it's a 1-player. And I mean, and the cab, the whole thing is like the cab's falling apart. It's basically rotting. I've got brackets on here holding the bottom in. That's why I put in the new sheet of plywood across the bottom. So I'm doing a little bit of an update right now. I've got 2 other playfield swaps I'm doing. Got playfield swap in that Meteor. That's the Meteor I'm going to restore. I got one of these the other day, a Hydro Thunder, which he has another one for parts, but I think the cab is better, so I might take this one and put it into the other cab, so I got to go get that. Anyway, so I found out about that because, as you probably just got a glimpse, we got another one. So, with a head. This one has no boards, but the cab is solid. The playfield's really nice. It was a couple $100. I could not pass that up. Not originally, because it changes every day, right? But my thought was, the Meteor I want to do a full restoration on will get a new cabinet. So I thought, well, I'll take the Meteor cabinet and stencil it as an 8-ball and redo it. This was cheaper than a stencil kit and spray paint. So I just got to touch up the paint a couple of spots, like down here needs some black around the eye there. So it just needs touched up and everything, but it has nice back glass. The playfield is actually in really good shape. There's a little bit on the 8, needs touched up. It needs cleaned. The rubbers are falling off. So what I'm thinking about doing, fixing this one just as is, like its own separate entity, so to speak. So maybe it has nothing to do with Oddball. Or worst case, I take the playfield out of that one, put it in this cab, we're done, take the boards out of that one maybe. So yeah, I'm thinking like worst case scenario, so to speak, all the good stuff of that one goes into this one. But as of right now, what I'd like to do is just fix this one, have this one done, and then a couple of my buddies, but one of my buddies already offered me to buy that off me. So, and I think that'd be fun. He doesn't have any pinball machines, so it'd be something for him to have, play. Like I said, it's a good game. It's just 1 player right now. If we find a head, we can always make it back to normal. But as is 1 player, I shot him a good price on it. So, but basically that would cover me just buying all new boards for this one. And a little bit, let's say rubbers and LEDs. So it'll at least cover that. But I thought I'd do a little bit of an update because right now I'm going to be going in and out. I'm finishing this Meteor playfield, and while I'm finishing that, I got to fix this. Somebody just wiped paint on the top of that. So it's the top of the head, so I don't care that much, but I figured it's a nice day outside, so I'd go ahead and go outside, just hit that with some sandpaper, knock it down a little bit. I'm not worried about making it bare wood or anything. And then just the top section that you don't see, I'll just paint it antique white. Just kind of get rid of that a little bit. But I figure I'm going to try to take this off a little bit, that orange. So that way I can have it drying while I work on this for a half an hour to an hour, then go out and maybe do another coat, depending on how well it covers. But that's a dark orange, and I don't know if they were trying to mix. It almost kind of matches some of the colors in the back glass, but that is not the color that's on the side of the cab, so I don't know what that's for. Probably a different game. I would say maybe a play field, but not this play field. It's not touched up at all. So, but I mean, it's, you know, rubbers need done. You know, rebuild the pops. Plastics are pretty flat, so I'm hoping they clean up nice. Everything seems pretty good on it. So, but, so I figured Thursday a buddy's coming over, and I figured this might be a good thing for him to learn on, whatever, kind of figure stuff out with me. So I figured for today, I just want to get that kind of sanded and painted, the top of that, because once it goes on there, I'll never see it again, and I'll completely forget that it's up there. So go ahead and knock that out today while I work on Meteor playfield. So see you guys later. Okay, there you go. I found like a 1-inch brush that was almost too big to fit in the top of the, you know, I use the apple barrel acrylic paint, and this is antique white. So now the sides, you can tell how dirty the sides are and stuff. So I'll probably end up painting the whole, you know, the 3-inch trim all the way around the glass, the whole face, everything you see. But sanded that down. I just kind of poured some on top and spread it out. That's just one coat, but now you can kind of see just how dirty everything else is. And that's why you don't want to use just like white, bright white, because then it looks way worse. Now, if I end up stenciling this game and getting a whole new paint job, then I'll use white. Everything will be a nice, bright, crisp white. But now what I'll end up doing is scrubbing the sides of the whole head, because there's a lot of just dirty handprints all over. It's nothing bad. But then, yeah, this little 3-inch, the frame all the way around, I'll probably go ahead and paint that antique white. Maybe not here in the next couple of days, but probably before it gets like permanently kind of put into, I say permanently, but before it gets put into the row with all the other games. I'll spend some more time cleaning that up. But I mean, right now, yeah, my camera's making it look really yellow. I wonder if it's probably like my black lights and stuff. I wonder if I don't know. My camera's making it look even more antique white, but at least, there you go. That changed the color a little bit. That's pretty much what it is. So, but there you go. See you guys later. Okay, here she is. I just put her on legs. Tomorrow I'm going to be jumping into this. I went ahead and I just vacuumed out. I had to take the playfield out and stuff because that little bracket back there for the bolts for the leg popped off. So I had to put that back in there. It was just laying in the playfield. So I went ahead and I just vacuumed it out real quick. And I mean, really, it's typical stains, but I mean, this freaking solid. Chimes need polished like crazy. A little bit of staining. But overall, I mean, this is a freaking solid cab. I thought that was like mud. That's like some tape residue. So I gotta see if maybe some label and sticker remover will get that off. But besides that, just basic touch up. I mean, this thing's good. This corner popped off a little bit, but it goes back into place. So I'm gonna clamp that down, put some glue in there and clamp that down. Kind of debating if I want to do that tonight. That way it's tomorrow whenever I come out here. I am missing like the brackets for 4 out of 5 of those. So I'll have to locate some of those. I think Chuck said he had some, but besides that, this playfield, I mean, again, it looks rough, but this is a lot better starting point than Oddball. Scrub those plastics pretty good. Minor cupping, not bad. So just got to clean it up. It doesn't seem, I mean, the rubbers are falling off and yeah, it needs polished, but clean the plastics, throw them in the oven, flatten them out. Not that bad. Those are a little rough. Definitely need to get caps. So we'll see what rubbers I have. Try to see what I need to get for this on order before I leave for a few days on vacation. So that's why I figured I wanted to jump on this tomorrow. I do have some boards I can throw in here for testing. They're aftermarket, they're good boards. I think they're All-Tex, maybe. All-Tex or Weebly's, I don't even remember, but I did find some good boards. So just kind of, for now, we're gonna knock out any variables. Some of the connectors have definitely been redone recently. I mean, that almost looks unused. Something's going on here. Wire nut fell off. So we got some patchwork going on. I was gonna say there were some other ones I saw too. I think that's, I'll have to look at that because this one's not long enough. I don't know if that's supposed to be on this end. I'll have to look at the order of those. Nothing green. That fifth one down may be a little dark, but not too bad. Let's check the ones that matter. Not horrible. Those look a little dirty, but I've seen worse. I don't know the condition of the lamp board, but lamp boards are freaking simple. You can tell somebody's been on here. That one's a little bit different. That one's been replaced. Lamp boards are the easiest things about to fix, so. The knocker wire is cut. Doesn't look burnt though, so maybe they just didn't like it. I don't know. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. I wonder. That one looks a little rough. Well, might just be the connector. I thought maybe it was black in there, but I think I was just seeing the wire. The way I caught the angle. Pins look good, so it might have been repinned. I want to say they were working on it, and it still had issues, so he just went ahead and just bought another one, or had another one, or whatever, and just kind of didn't care about this one anymore, so they grabbed some parts off of it. Because also, like that's, yeah, they were just cutting and making their own length connectors here. That all looks brand new. This one's old, but first glance, pins look okay. Yeah. That's the main ones. The rest is all lamps and stuff, trigger wires. I mean, really, like, nothing looks like obviously bad other than rubbers. You know, but I mean, who cares? You could have a brand new unbox game look like that if you didn't touch it for 20 years. Okay, I need to do the ground strap in here. I was just kind of getting it out and getting it set up. I'm thinking I might throw some glue on this tonight, maybe. Because it's just, earlier I just kind of lined it up and it popped back into place. So, well, there you go. Do some touch-up paint around here. That's so minimum compared to the other one. This is easy. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get to work. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna work on this tomorrow morning. I got the day off, home alone. Get some work done, because Meteor, well, the one without the back glass, the playfield swap is done now, but there's some modifications he wants me to do. So I figured I'd make sure the playfield swap was done before I went and started changing code and upgrading stuff and changing stuff out. Let's just get the basics done. So there we go. Anyway, Oddball is getting an upgrade. It's going to become an 8-ball. There we go. I have, these are plasmas. Supposedly they're good, but I did order more green wolf packs. So we're going to put some green wolf packs in here. I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to order pop bumper caps. Those are rough. Those are already my old ones. So, but there's a chance. I don't know. I could see this one getting a new playfield. There's a guy doing overlays, so I could see me, you actually send him your playfield and he sends you a playfield that's already done. It's not an overlay like a hard top. It's like a screen printing thing that he's doing. So you actually strip the playfield down, you lay down one layer and then like harden it, lay down another layer, harden it, and then clear coat it when it's done. It's a whole thing. I think it's like an actual like screening process that he's doing. It's weird. But what I'd like to do is actually get the one from him and then swap everything and then send him this one back. But we'll have to see what his price is on that. Or maybe I do my first hard top. But if that's the case, maybe this gets stenciled. Depends. I mean, if I can touch it up pretty good, I'm not against this. Once it gets inside all the other games, you don't really see it that much. So, but I would like to touch up around the head and stuff like that, around the frame. Just go over that with an antique white. Try to scrub this paint down a little bit. It needs it. It's definitely got some like nicotine or something on it. It's got a little bit of a color to it. So anyway, I'm going to bed, and as soon as the kid leaves for school, I'm back on this tomorrow. See you later. Okay, big progress going on this morning. You can see my clamp is still on there with that drying. I did it this morning, so it's been on there for like 3 hours. As you can see, we are up and running. That was pretty uneventful. The only thing I had to do was the power cord was all jacked up. I found some, what's funny is I had continuity from like basically where the varistor is on the down here in the corner, that little red disc thing. I had continuity from there to the end of the plug on both leads of the plug, but I had no voltage. I had 3 volts AC. So I found some pinched areas in the cable, ended up kind of hacking up the cable. I don't even know where it is. It's in the trash can. And it ended up being the plug itself, but there were so many pinch bad spots. I found a new extension cord that I had laying around. It's only like 16 gauge. It was pretty light duty anyway from Amazon. It was a 25 footer, so I just cut it in half, and I figure I'll buy a plug and I'll just have a, you know, whatever, 12.5 foot extension cord sitting around. So as you can see now, the track mode's going crazy because I did also just do the updated code on there. So these are the new boards that I had. That's sucks. That's what I'm in it for. This is the transformer and the rectifier out of Oddball, because the other one, it's down there, but you can see someone's messed with the wiring on it and stuff. So I'm going to clean that up later. And I'm actually out of those build-it-yourself rectifiers. So I have 3 or 4 more rectifiers coming just so I have them laying around. This jumper cable that's just hanging here, I don't need that for the Alltech, so I just need to pull it off. I got 3 of the green displays done, but I need brackets. I only have 1 bracket, so I need the other 4. Right now it looks like I just have dead bulbs, and obviously it needs clean, plastic needs flattened, it needs shopped, it needs skirts. But if I go into test mode, let me just do this. Oh, there we go. There, let me go turn the lights off. So we have bulb issues, so that could be a board thing, that could be, I don't know, I haven't even tested the socket, so I don't know if it's a bulb or a voltage issue from up there. I don't think, I've only put in a couple up here, so we don't have much going on. I took out all the GI. So let's see, and then this is display test, I think. Yep, those are all good. It's flying through there. Nice green displays. Then we'll have, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing a different test. Or I didn't click the button. Yeah, with this code update, I don't know what it's, there we go. Right there, we missed the solenoid for the knocker, but I can see that the wire's cut at the knocker, so. But we're all good. Yeah, these are all weird settings for the, I'm just gonna click it until it reboots. The revision with this code update, it has a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, it's still going through menu settings. 17, 18. Usually that's the last one. 19, 20, no? I think we just rebooted. Did we reboot? Yep, there we go. We're in track mode. So the next thing is shop the playfield, get all the bulbs working, all the inserts. Well, looks like we're missing some GI too, but I don't even know if they're in there. Yeah, that thing's like barely lit. It's trying. So, yeah, and those are like, I think those might be red bulbs in there, but rebuild the pops, shop everything. We're doing good. So, see you guys later. Look at that. That cleaned up amazingly. So, I put the transformer and rectifier back into Oddball today, and then Oddball's gone. So, since this game's 100%, you know, we can play it, it's good. One of my friends just went ahead and took Oddball, so works for me. So I need to rebuild that other rectifier and get that in here. And this one's good to go. I actually went ahead and ordered pop bumper caps. I'm just going to do red skirts and new bodies, typical stuff. Then went ahead and ordered the translucent red lane guides up there. Those look good. I did not order any rubbers. I think I have all of them, but I know I have all the right sizes, so even if I don't have the right colors, I can go ahead and just put it all back together. Still need to do the plastics. I did not get around to that today. Just a lot going on, you know, kind of getting sidetracked with her stuff. So I do need to clean the sockets. I do need to do yopsicles, of course, like everything, since this one's, I thought the other one was staying and it didn't, but went to a buddy, so that's good. He'll never have a problem with that. So this one needs yopsicles again. I need to clean or replace sockets, but it's good.
I did have the code update for a while in there to kind of play with that a little bit. That's quick and easy. Just plug it in. There's a little I want to install a switch and stuff on it, so went ahead and just took it back out for now. But I started scrubbing this playfield, and I just could not believe how much brighter it looks. I did go ahead and throw, you know, in the main areas, went ahead and threw a coat of wax back on it for today. I don't like to let them sit just after they've been scrubbed like that. So I also, the inserts are flat, but they're all down just a hair. So I need to check how many. I know I've got some, but I need to, at least the rack, do a little, just one Mylar insert. I don't need to worry about small, medium, large, you know, that way to make them get rid of the dish, because they're all flat. They're just sunk a little bit. So I gotta check my, I know I have a bunch, but that's it, doing good. So yeah, I already went ahead and placed an order, like I said. So hopefully whenever I get back in a couple days, it'll either be here like Monday, Tuesday. It'll be right behind me. So there we go. But I can't really do anything until I got the rectifier, but whatever. So I do need to find, they did not have display brackets. So I either got to find those somewhere else or check with my local place, check with Atomic, see if Chuck or James has any I can buy off them. So, but there you go, little update. And then, yeah, I got to do touch-up paint, like always. But doing good. Took the clamp off. It held just fine. So, and now there's only one 8-ball. 2 meteors, 1 8-ball. So, anyway, there you go. I was just kind of moving stuff around because I had to pull Meteor out to get 8-ball out, and then I went ahead and put Meteor back over, and then I'm going to leave this out here so I can get to it a little bit better. So, anyway, and then probably whenever I get back, I'll wrap up the Meteor as well. But anyway, there you go. See you guys later.